Hello and welcome. I have another Moya Mia doll. Um, I've been eyeing this doll for a while. She's super cheap, yes, 8 Bulgarian levs, and that's the regular price or €5. But I've been trying to buy less dolls, and she has a skin tone that I don't think will match any of the little dolls that I own, and I don't like the size of her head. Her head is pretty big compared to Chelsea dolls, and I'm kind of interested in her for her body because she looks very articulated. I did show her eventually previously on a short when I noticed her in Pepco for the first time. By the way, not sponsored, not affiliated. I bought her with my own money. I got paid from work and I bought her. But I don't know. I have opened a bunch of this is their brand Moya Mia dolls. They usually have this girly, I don't know, as mascot. I like their dolls because they're cheap and they're actually good quality for the price that they are. So I've been wanting to check this girl out, even though again I want her for body donor because I don't like the size of the head, but before she disappears I wanted to get her, and maybe eventually I will find a Chelsea with this skin tone. Okay, let me cut the tape and get her out of the box. Also, by the way, I love how little plastic they use. This packaging is mostly paper. The only plastic is down here where the dough is held, and obviously the dough is plastic, but she's gonna be played with. She's not gonna go right away at the bin, like the packaging is probably going to. Which I like it, and I did open. I think the previous thing I opened from Moya Mia was fashion packs, and they also were just tackled to to a piece of cardboard, no plastic packaging, which is pretty refreshing to see from a toy brand these days. Matteo. So yeah, I will snip her out of the box. Okay, she's out. She has a little backpack that actually opens. Has straps that will probably work. And you can put something in there. It's a pretty decent size. I think it will probably fit a Barbie as well, or at least a Monster High. She has little headphones, which maybe will fit in the backpack. Let's see. Yeah, that's a pretty decent doll accessory. Both of them. I absolutely love the little skates she comes with. The dog, by the way, is tied to her hand with this. Do you remember once upon a time the fake dolls used to all be wrapped with these little things? Okay, so here is the dog. The leash is removable from the dog. I think that's a cute detail. The dog is, a little bit hollow. And I think it's small for Barbie because it looks like Labrador, I think it's in English. Or Golden Retriever, something like that, but just white. And I think it's small for Barbie, for 1/3 scale. So it's also kind of small for her, but it's cute, It's a cheap toy for 8 Bulgarian levs. It's pretty decent dog. Then, she has the little skates which are pretty big compared to her feet, but they're beautiful. Like, I love the design. She also has a little helmet. Which can I remove the helmet? I love that she has so many accessories for her cheap price. Okay, we need both hands. Okay, her helmet is pretty decent. I love her hair. It is beautiful, but she's pretty bald. Yeah, let me remove the little elastic. I think she's completely bald on top. Well, not completely. She has ponytail and scalp. So you cannot, do this with her hair. But again, I don't like the head as a whole. I don't like it. It is way too big. I don't like... Yeah. She has a cutie face, but she looks too much like... what's their name? They're made by Zuru. Something girls. Sparkle Girls. She reminds me too much of Sparkle Girls. So she's both. And the outfit is one piece. But again, she has a lot of accessories. And if I can find a Mattel hat with this skin tone, can I undress her with one hand? Let's see. If I can find a Mattel hat with this skin tone, the body is very decently articulated. The hands have full rotation. They have, very nice little joints. I am doing this with one hand, but I do not suggest you do this. I am doing it because I have to hold the camera with my other hand, but usually when you have small joints, it's good to bend them with both hands so you can actually feel if there is some sort of resistance. You could feel it on time and stop. But it's a pretty decently articulated body. It's cheap. You can see that it's coming a little bit undone here, but I don't think that it's going to fall apart. It just hasn't been put together perfectly. But yeah, she can do the splits, like very articulated little doll. I love her. Like I love the feel of the hair. It is silky soft. It reminds me of that one Barbie BMR. Honestly, maybe it's even better quality. It's shiny and it's super soft, and the braids are super small. Just they haven't rooted all the head. If she had Chelsea-sized head, by the way, maybe this hair would have been enough for the whole head. I understand why they did it, so she doesn't have too much hair. But again, I just don't like the head. I don't care about the head. I bought this doll because I want to have her in my stash as body donor. And I love the little shoesies she comes with. I don't think that I own a doll that she will match, but I will most definitely keep my eye out for any darker skin toned Motel Chelsea dolls that I can find. I recently opened, let me bring her, this girly. She should be the previous video on the channel. The donut pirate is what I called her. She is Barbie pop review, dessert series 5, something like that. But as you can see, she's not a good match. You know, maybe, you know, you can get away with it, but I don't think so. She's not a good match. I need a dough that is a little bit darker. I've been eyeing one dough that is for sure darker and is a Chelsea in one of my local toy stores, but she's much darker than this, and this one is much lighter. I don't know if there is like a mid-tone. I usually don't buy the Chelsea size dolls because they don't have good articulation. This one was just, you know, she's super cute, just like that. You know, she's been sitting like that, you know, being cute and the donut pirate. But I want them to be articulated, and this is a pretty, you know, good replacement body if they were a good match. They're basically the same size. Maybe this girl has, you know, a little bit longer limbs and bigger head, but other than that, if they were the same skin tone, it could work. You know, if maybe, you know, I would swap them in the future, but for now I don't think it's close enough. The more I look at it, the more she's yellow and she's red. I will look around a little bit more. Maybe I'll find a dolly who will match better than this one. And also, again, I like her as a whole, you know, with her donuts theme. So yeah, maybe I won't swap her. But yeah, this is it. This is everything I wanted to show you. I wanted to open this Moya Mia mini doll. It just says doll set, so yeah. And check her. Now you know that she's mostly bought. You know that the outfit is cheapy, one piece, but the shoes are very nice quality. Her body is very nice quality. The pack is nice. The dog has removable leash, which I think is a pretty cute detail. And yeah, you can, you know, you can make an informed decision if you want her, if you have Pepco nearby you. I know that some of you do, and you are genuinely interested when I show you these dolls. I know that my American friends don't have them, but I think I have seen in the American Dollar Tree, you know, not personally, but my American friends who I follow, getting some similar dolls. And I think when I was in Turkey a few years ago, I saw something very similar, but then I had different focus. I was looking for Monster High dolls, you know, very similar doll to this one, with very similar face, looking a lot like Zuru doll, but just off-brand in Turkey, with similar articulation. So, you know, maybe you have something similar where you're from. You're going to tell me in the comments. I'm going to see you in the comments. Check out a few more videos. Check out her video. Subscribe if you haven't. If you have, thank you so much. And yeah, let's talk dough articulation and different off-brand dolls. I'll see you in the comments and whenever I have more dolly stuff to show you. Thanks so much for watching and bye for now. Okay, I had to do it. First off, I removed the head because I know that she doesn't have a fragile joint in there without heating it. Don't do it as I did. It's super hard. Just look at this joint. It's very hard to remove. That being said, this head is not secure on here, but it's secure enough. You can see that again, the match is not a good match color-wise, but she can wear her shoes, she can wear her skirt. She doesn't have a shirt, thanks to Matteo doing this. But if she was matching the body this is totally doable. So now you know. If you find a Caucasian version of this girl and you have a lot of the Caucasian little girls like myself, you can definitely do it. Or you need to find a mid-tone darker girl, you know. Between this and there is one that is darker who definitely not fit, but this one also, I don't know, maybe, you know, with something that covers the neck she can get away with it, you know, some sort of shirt that covers the neck, but it's doable, just not good enough much. But now I will be looking around, and the other dolls that I have are 99.9% secondhand, so they're mostly random little white Mattel dolls, so they aren't going to much. But yeah, I just wanted to include this because I stopped filming and I was like, no, I need to pop the head off and see if it will work. It works. All right, this time for real. Bye.